Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Victoria Alaribe, aka Chat with V. Of course, if you're just seeing my face for the first time, you're most welcome to my space. I'd like you to just go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you have been watching my videos without subscribing, I honestly don't know what it is you're waiting for to do that. Please go ahead and tap the subscribe button. So guys, you're welcome to today's episode and you're welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be having a deep conversation about something I consider very important because on my own I have been pondering on this. So I decided to bring it here so that we can deliberate and talk about it. We're going to be having this conversation over a cup of coffee. Yeah, I'm not such a tea person, but for some reason, I think I started falling in love with this particular brand of coffee. Yeah. So, guys, should a woman be denied her dream wedding simply because she got pregnant for her husband? I'd like you to share your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this topic. Should a woman who is traditionally married be denied her dream wedding simply because she got pregnant for her husband? When a woman is traditionally married, the bride price is paid, the omona, sumuada, the youth and all that have been settled. You are married. Of course, you agree with me that the whole white wedding thing, is a borrowed culture. It's a white man's culture. And, we Nigerians, we like to carry our own on our head. Sometimes I feel like we actually do too much of these things. Recognized marriage in Africa is your traditional marriage. But for some reasons, for religious reasons and all that, you see that the church, has adopted the white man style. But that is not also my problem. What I'm particular about is the humiliation that comes when a woman gets pregnant before her wedding. So that is what we're going to be deliberating on today. So I'd like you to start dropping your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think. All right, so I'll be painting two scenarios. Okay. The first one is a young girl who is either in a relationship or who is engaged to be married, and somehow in the course of your relationship or in the course of your courtship and all that, you did not get pregnant despite having a sexual relationship with your partner. But because you did not get pregnant, you're being termed as pure. Most of our Pentecostal churches and some Orthodox churches, they usually run a test either on a Friday or on a Saturday morning of the wedding to ensure that she is not pregnant. Okay. Then here is another woman who has been traditionally married, like her dowry has been paid, but maybe for some reason there was a delay in the wedding, because most times people plan their weddings. Some other people plan their weddings really close back to back. I know somebody will tell me to avoid all this. Okay, plan your wedding in such a way that if you're having your traditional marriage today, the next day should be your white wedding, or the next week should be your white wedding. I mean, you're not in anybody's pockets. You don't know the reason why people extend and prolong their weddings. I'll paint my own story here. Like for myself, when I got married to my husband, after my bride price was paid, I had my traditional marriage. My father asked me to pack my things and go to my husband's house. That he's done with me. He has settled me. We're not owing each other. My husband has paid in full. So you have no business in my, except you just want to be here. But you are at liberty to move your properties to your husband's house. I was supposed to have my white wedding, almost immediately. We just had, I think, about 2 months apart. And that was because we wanted to really have something very good, for the white wedding. So we had to do in such a way that, okay, we could recover from the trad and then maybe just take our time to put a few things together in view of our white wedding. Now, in the course of trying to run around for the white wedding within that 2 months, my father passed. We had to mourn for quite a while. That extended my wedding by 9 months. That is my own story. A woman whose bride price has been paid is already termed a married woman. Yes, because you can decide not to have a white wedding and go ahead with your life. You can decide not to do a court wedding and go on with your life. You get my point. But if peradventure in the course of maybe waiting for the white wedding, the woman gets pregnant, she is termed as very, very sinful. She is termed as someone who is very, very unholy. Like you're termed as the biggest sinner in the whole world simply because you're discovered pregnant for your own husband before your wedding. Somebody will suggest maybe a church blessing. Okay, fine. If you cannot have the regular wedding, dream wedding, and all that, you can go ahead and do a church blessing. A church blessing is entirely different from a proper wedding. You know, every woman has a picture of what she wants her wedding to be. So a church blessing is, yeah, you'll be joined in church. It's entirely different from the regular church wedding where a woman is allowed to wear her beautiful, immaculate white wedding gown. But that of a church blessing, you can be denied that privilege. You can be asked to wear another color. You can be asked to look some sort of way just so that you don't come out appearing holy. And I've heard stories where ladies get pregnant before their weddings, but because they want to prove a point to the church that, okay, I am holy, I am a saint, they go ahead to carry out abortions. They go ahead, and most times see them struggling to have a child in the future. Do you get my point? Now, if I'm asked to give my 2 cents on this, I would rather suggest a virginity test. I think that is the most appropriate way to ascertain if a woman is pure or impure. Yes. So rather than for the church to conduct a pregnancy test, if we want to go by purity, the woman should conduct a virginity test. In the Catholic Church, whether you're pregnant, whether you're not pregnant, you will be wedded. You could even have the wedding of your dreams. Yeah, you could have the wedding of your dreams because the church will not encourage an abortion. So rather than for you to go and have an abortion and destroy your womb, destroy your life, come, we'll wed you. But what I do not know is if there are other restrictions or there. But if you go for a wedding where a Catholic lady is pregnant, I don't usually see a lot of difference. Except someone can also tell us if you know if there's a difference between what they do, you know, during the joining and all that. Please, you can also educate and enlighten us in the comments. But I know very well that the Catholic Church I belong to, the Catholic community I belong to, if a woman is pregnant, they will wed you with your pregnancy. Nobody has time to start running a test on you. We don't do that in the Catholic Church. We can go ahead to run tests like retroviral test and um, um, some other test, you know, that qualifies you to be a couple. But that of pregnancy, I don't think anybody bothers you so much with that. So, guys, I'd like to hear your honest opinions in the comment section. Okay. All right. So this brings us to the end of today's conversation. I hope to see you in my other videos. Bye for now.